Welcome back to the Hometown Station, and we have Dave Babiracki, broker and owner of Pacific Shores Real Estate Incorporated, and his son, John Babiracki. And I want to talk to you about some real estate, Dave, this morning, and John, but I want to ask you some questions. People are always, is this the right time to buy? Is it the right time to sell? I'm sure you're asked that moment by moment in your daily life. What is your answer when somebody says, is this the right time to buy? Is this the right time to sell my property?
Well, I think it's at the current market, we're probably not either in a buyer's market or seller market, but it is a great time to buy with interest rates being still incredibly low, sometimes just under 4% on a 30-year fix.
Wow.
And they're fluctuating between high threes and the low fours. But there's difference than it was a year ago was we had a real shortage of inventory. Now we have a lot more inventory to show the buyers out there. So the market has, I wouldn't want to say it's slowed down as much because we're still doing more numbers because there's more inventory, but the housing prices aren't going up dramatically like they did in 2013.
So with that information, if somebody is ready to buy a home, what is the first step, that they need to make sure they do when they're like, okay, I'm ready to buy or I'm ready to sell my home?
Well, the first thing is to contact your real estate professionals, and I think is one of the biggest myths in the real estate is that all real estate agents are the same, and they're not. And all brokerages are different and are the same, and they could all offer different services, and that I think is where we come in because our agents, first of all, I've personally trained them, and we have over 70 agents, and I think that they're the best in the business.
Well, I would, with your expertise and having 25 plus years in the real estate market, you've seen it. You've seen all the different scenarios and different things that have happened in the real estate market. So say Dave and John, they come to you and, with all of your experience, and they want to buy a home. You've put together a program that I'm really excited for y'all to talk about today. And it's called the Buyer Assistant Program. And just with what that means, the Buyer Assistant Program, there's not too many programs in real estate that it would be the buyer's assistance. Usually, you know what I mean? That word usually doesn't come in when you're buying a home. So tell us about what that program is about.
Well, you are the credit gal. So first of all, the first thing is for them to come to us and say we run their credit.
Okay.
Because they have to figure where they are, and hopefully, and many people think they can't buy because their credit isn't good enough. But most times we could get their credit up enough so that they are in a position to buy. But with our Buyer's Assistance Program, we do some things that are completely unique. We own our own mortgage company also, and when we package the deal using our mortgage company and our real estate services, we could save them substantial. We will actually pay for the person's credit restoration when they meet with us, which is a real benefit because people say, I don't even want to spend that money, or I don't have that. What happens doesn't work. But because we are able to package things almost like bundling, that we will actually make the person's first month payment for them when they close.
Okay, let me get the wait. So y'all are telling me that you are going to make their first mortgage payment?
That's absolutely correct.
Oh my goodness, I've never heard of that in my entire life. This is a very original program and such. Paying somebody's mortgage. Are you listening? Because that is tremendous. So how does that work again? So you're explaining it to us. Go ahead.
Well, example, we sold somebody a home over this weekend, and they'll be closing escrow about August 15th. Their first payment doesn't come, September 1st. It wouldn't come till October 1st. And so which we would then make that payment for them. And then, so their first payment, even though they would take possession of the house on August 15th, they will not have to make a first payment until November 1st.
November 1st. From August 15th. That's almost 6 weeks. It's almost 6 weeks, isn't it? It's about a month.
No, it's longer than that.
It's longer than that. I'm not good with math. 10 weeks. Thank you. I missed a month in there. It's okay. But almost 10 weeks, they don't have to make a payment. And Jonathan, or John, I always want to call him Jonathan. Jonathan.
That's okay, no problem.
Okay. When you get calls, and I'm sure with this new buyer program, you're extremely busy. And when you get calls, and I'm going to make sure today we give your number so they can contact you directly. Usually, what is the process after you, take the phone call, get their information, et cetera? What is the timeline in the process? What do you go through when you're talking to someone on the phone? What do you need from them?
Well, just a lot of the basic information, like first off, credit information, things like that, maybe some bank statements, things like that, to just do a quick overview, cross-qualify you to see if you guys the client is ready to purchase a property. And, then just take time to meet up with one of our agents and kind of go from there and kind of just cross-qualify them with you with the credit, and then kind of go from there and see where you guys would want to live and things like that.
So it's not a tremendously time-consuming.
Oh, absolutely not.
You can really pretty much get these questions answered, bring these documents to me, and we can get things rolling. And somebody that
just
is
a brief
interested.
sit down. That's all probably what we need.
There's only two reasons people can't buy homes. One is they don't have the income, and the second is credit.
You know what? And we're going to talk deeply after we go to break here in a minute, but definitely they don't have the money, and definitely the credit is getting in the way. And a lot of people think they're stuck, but they're not stuck, right, guys? They're absolutely not stuck. There are answers, legal answers, when you have had bad things happen to very good people, which has happened in our marketplace. So we are going to go to break, and we'll be right back. You're listening to The Credit Gal on your hometown station, AM 1220, KHTS.